Good morning, it's day 28 of our 30 Days of Pilates. How are you? Hope you're all well. Today's class we're going to be focusing on the upper back. So a nice class that's opening us up across the chest and strengthening the upper back muscles to stop us from rounding our shoulders, from hunching, and essentially to support our posture. Okay, so we're going to start on our back. So I want you to lie on your back. Lying down on the mat. Knees are bent, feet are on the floor, and you're lying in your neutral spinal position here. So you're nice and relaxed across the shoulders, hands are on the mat. Back of the rib cage is connected to the mat. And you've got a gentle little curve of the lower back. Tailbone is heavy. All right, we're going to start by pedaling the knees. Forwards, backwards. Gently swaying the hips from side to side. And this is just going to release the lower back. Very good. Lovely. And then just stop here. We're going to come into a pelvic curl up. So I want you to sink your lower back into the mat. Start to lift your bum, lift your spine, and take your hip bones up towards the ceiling. Very nice. And we're going to slowly roll down from the chest first. Back of the rib cage falls. Lower back hits. Tailbone goes down. And you roll into your neutral. Lovely. And again. Slowly picking the spine up off of the mat. All the way up. Very nice. And melting down. Slowly feeling every bone connect to the mat. Getting that tailbone down. Relaxing the glutes. And we go again. Slowly lift it up, sending your knees away from you. Good. Hold it at the top here. Give me an additional little tuck under of the tailbone so you can really open up through the front of the hips. Squeeze the inner thighs, connecting the adductors, and slowly take one arm overhead. Nice. And we're going to switch. So we're doing a bit of a backstroke motion while staying in our bridge position. Now you shouldn't feel this in your lower back. If you do, I want you to drop down a bit more, tuck your tailbone under a bit more, just take any pressure out of your lower back. Nice. So glutes are connected here, hamstrings too. I'm feeling the inner thighs working, as well as mobilizing the arms. Last two. Last one. And bring both arms down to the floor and slowly take the body all the way down to the mat. Very nice. Okay, bring one knee in towards your chest and I want you to extend the other leg away. Just a little hip flexor stretch here and then switch. Nice, really pointing that straight leg as far away as you can, like you're reaching your leg out of the socket. Good, and switch. Lovely. Last one here. And then I want you to hug both knees into your chest. Get a little bit of momentum and roll all the way up. Nice. Okay, so we're going to stick with that rolling exercise. We're going to do rolling like a ball, okay? So I want you to grab hold of your shins and start to draw your knees towards your chest, okay? Elbows are wide here and you're just kind of gently holding onto your shins, not gripping on for dear life. You're going to look down towards your belly button. So you want to maintain this shape, this ball-like shape, so you can move nice and freely. Sorry about that. So draw the knees in, looking down towards your belly button, nice curved spine. Now you're just going to allow yourself to roll back to the mat and breathing out to come up. So it's an inhale, roll back, using the breath to come back up. Now ideally you want to find your balance coming up and hovering off of the floor. Good. So it's the abdominal work here. It's the abdominals that are controlling the moves. And you're getting a nice gentle back massage too. Okay, 2 more. Rolling back. Finding your balance. Last one. Coming all the way up and hold. Good. I'd like you to extend your legs out in front of you. You can use your arms to hold you up. I know you're feeling this in your hip flexors because so am I. Okay, so teaser position here. Now I want you to lift your chest a little bit so you can really feel the upper back start to come into play, okay? Now reach one arm up. Whew. And then reach the other arm up. Lovely. Bring your arm down and bring the other one down. Good. Hold it here. Lift the chest. Good. Arm reaches up. Bring the other one too. Lovely. Lowering down one at a time. One more. And reach. Extending from the upper body. Floating the other one up. Lowering down. Very nice. And dropping the legs down one at a time. Hugging your knees. Lovely. Okay, coming over onto all fours. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees in line with your hips, and you're looking down towards the mat. So arms are nice and straight. We've got a gentle connection through the abdominals here, and we're going to float your arm out to the side and then tap it back down. Good. And arm reaches out and lowers back down. So you're floating it up in line with the shoulder and lift and lower. And you'll start to feel the connection all around the shoulder blade. Last 2. Good. Last 1. Really nice. Drop the hand down, tuck the toes under. We're going to come into our knee hover here. So weight is in your hands. You're pressing into your hands and your toes. Breathing out to hover the knees off of the mat. Lovely. You're picking up the back of the head. The head isn't heavy, hanging heavy. And then dropping the knees down. Good. We're going to do another one. Breathing out, pressing into the hands, pressing into the toes, hovering the knees. Now think about drawing your rib cage in and gently lifting your belly button up. Very nice. Again, arms are straight, back of the head is lifted. And take the knees down to the floor. Brilliant. We're going to go on to extended leg, which is optional. You can just keep your knees bent if you want to. So pressing into the floor, hovering those knees up, finding this position first, extending one leg away, extending the other leg away, pulling the rib cage in, lifting the head, hover one knee in, hover the other one in, and drop the knees down. Brilliant. Okay, you up for another one? So pressing into the hands, pressing into the knees, hover. Good, extend, extend. Connecting through the abdominals. Lifting the head. Hovering in. Very nice. And lower down, untuck the toes. We're just going to do the arm on the other side. So reaching the left arm up and out and tapping it down to the mat. And reach and lower. Really nice. Good. For 3, 2, and last one. bringing the hand underneath you, and then walking your knees back. You're going to come down onto your front. Wonderful. So bring your hands on top of each other, and then you're going to lower your forehead down onto your hands. Now your legs are about, I want to say, mat width distance apart. And just relax your legs, relax your glutes to start with. Dropping your head down here. Nice, the shoulders are relaxed as well. We're going to start by simply floating one leg up off of the floor and then dropping it back down. So this isn't about how high you get your leg. It's about getting the whole leg off the floor. So I want you to lift the foot, the knee, top of the thigh if you can. Good, and take it back down. So we're reaching out of our socket, our leg socket, to lift the leg. And you should feel that connection all the way up to the bum. And float. Nice. One more on each side. Lift. Good. And last one here. Lovely. Drop the legs down, release the glutes. Take your arms out in front of you, again about mat width distance apart. And then lower your head down to the mat. Now, you can keep your head on the mat if you're feeling it in your lower back at all. But ideally, I want you to float your head up. Your eyes are looking down. You're off the mat an inch or so. Okay, so you're just hovering your nose off of the mat. I want you to pull your belly button away from your leggings, connecting through the core. Okay, arm raises now. So I want you to float the back of your hand up towards the ceiling and drop it back down. Other side. Lifting up and lowering. Good. So imagine you've got a helium balloon tied to your wrist and it's floating you off of the floor and taking you back down. And floating up. Good. And lower. One more on each side. Nice. And last one here. Okay, we're going to bring the legs back in. So opposite arm and leg. Hover off of the mat. Hold it here. Your nose is floating off of the floor. If you feel it in your lower back, just drop your upper body down a bit more. Drop the arm and leg other side. Good. Lower. And reach. So leg is straight. Arm is straight and lift. And keep thinking about that little core engagement. Belly button is pulling away from your leggings. And that's what's protecting your lower back, okay? Very nice. One more on each side. Great. Last one here and hold. Hand and leg hovered off the floor just an inch or so. Bring the other side up too. Okay, so now you're just heavy on your rib cage. Nose is hovering away from the floor. I want you to drop your left hand, right foot and pick it back up. And switch sides and pick it back up. And just pick up the pace. So it's a nice, steady drop and lift of the leg and the arm. And we've gone into our swimming. Good. If you need to drop your head, you can. Let your rib cage be heavy on the floor. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Reach the arms up, reach the legs away, drop the legs down, and lower the upper body too. Whoo! Love a bit of swimming. Okay, from here, bring your arms, your hands back underneath your face. I want you to hover your head off of your hands. Pick your elbows up, pick your hands up, reach your arms forward into like a Superman position, feeling all of that upper back connect. Swim your arms round towards your feet and then extend your chest towards the front of the mat. Good. Take your arms back in front of you and lower your eye line down towards the floor. And again, so we're swimming round. Shoulders pull back. Extend the chest towards the end of the mat. Lovely. And swimming back forward. One more here. Extend. And slowly take the arms down, drop in the head, release in the back. Amazing. Bring your hands underneath you. Push yourself up onto your knees. And I want you to sit straight back towards your heels, arms extending forward. Lovely. And then pushing yourself up onto all fours, coming into your cat extension. Brilliant. So chest is extending forward, shoulders are rolled back. And then drop the chin round the spine, sit back on your heels again. Lovely. And again, bringing your weight forward. Shoulders roll back. Reaching from the chest. Gorgeous. And last one, round in the back. Taking your weight back to your heels. Very nice. Coming up onto all fours. Give your bum a little wiggle from side to side. Good. And walk your hands towards your knees. Rolling your shoulders back. Amazing! You're all done. That was quite a toughie, getting into the upper back. I hope you felt it. And I will see you tomorrow for day 29.